What's up, everybody? Welcome, 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 welcome. Dusty, that
I love it.
breaks me every time I see that thing. It just
Where
breaks
did
me.
everybody go?
Welcome,
Where did the chat go? No, the MK. Yeah.
hey, welcome to the Nerd Den, everybody. Long time no see.
Todd, I have a great idea for a Nerd Den episode.
Oh, okay.
Dusty is currently reading Dark Knight Returns.
Yep.
So I need to reread it, even though I just recently rewatched the cartoon. There's a lot of differences, but still, it's still a decent adaptation, the animated movie. But after Dusty's finished reading Dark Knight Returns, we need to do another Nerd Den where you break out the artist edition and we talk about Dark Knight Returns.
I love that. Hey, he's wearing it.
He should.
Yeah, because I'll even dig out my copy and reread it.
Wait. No. Come on back. He just won't do it. He won't do it. Such a tease. Oh my god. It's such a tease.
Because between the artist edition, talking about the book itself, the artist edition, the animated movie, there's a lot to talk about.
No, it's a phenomenal. That's a great idea, and Dark Knight Returns is such a brilliant book on so many levels. And it's one of those things that I know a lot of people have talked about, but
I never get tired of it.
No, you never get tired of it.
Okay, a lot of people shit on a lot of stuff Frank Miller's done over the last couple years, and I admit the old gray mare ain't what she used to be.
Yep.
But for decades, that dude just put out banger after banger after banger. You know?
Yeah, he shredded everything. Everything that dude did turned into a movie.
Yeah.
He keeps popping in and popping out.
We could even delve into all the different Daredevil stuff, Elektra, his Batman, Sin City, 300.
Oh yeah,
all that stuff was amazing.
It really was, man. And even from the artistic side, one of the things that I love about his work is even though it's wonky as shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's let me see if I can pull this up because that's actually a good point.
There's an energy to it.
Well, you know what it is? One of the things I always loved, and it's so hard to do, is whenever he had Daredevil or a character running on a rooftop, it always looked like the character was floating. You know what I mean? Barely touching the ground. Jump, the Frank Miller jump.
Oh, dude, especially Miho when she would be running along rooftops or something. Oh,
or
even Daredevil.
It was so light.
Yeah, me especially Miho in Sin City. She looked light as a feather.
Yeah.
Even though it was just this very still, very graphic image, you could tell she was just almost dancing on her tiptoes along.
Yeah, 100%. Let's see if I can pull something up here. Show you what I mean. It's one of those things where it looks when you're looking at it, because the crazy thing is Frank Miller is actually not the best artist, but he's a massive storyteller.
Yes, but I love a lot of books that even he's just the artist. Like when he was first on Daredevil and he was just the artist. He wasn't the artist and writer. And then the other stuff that he just wrote, and David Mazzucchelli did the art. And
look at this, look at
Marv.
Look at Marv jumping. It looks so simple and so effortless, and it has such a weight to it. He's falling so hard, but it's delicate in the way it's done. And I'm gonna see if I can find Frank Miller art. Let's see if I can find some of these images.
But those Elektra books he did, man. The Daredevil book with Bill Sienkiewicz. What is it? Love and War.
Yeah.
That was done as a graphic novel. That's
the Elektra books had the best runs.
Elektra Assassin, Elektra Lives.
Yeah.
He wrote and drew Lives. He did the other one with Bill Sienkiewicz.
I'm just gonna see if I can find some quick
He's a guy that also reinvented himself over and over again.
Yeah. I don't think he just get. I think he just doesn't give a shit anymore. In my, maybe I shouldn't say that. I don't know.
Like, a lot of people, shit on his current stuff, and I'm not into the current his work since his health's declined either.
Yeah.
But I don't shit on him because it's like he's done so many evergreen books.
Oh yeah.
So many landmark storylines.
Oh, his stuff is gonna live forever, man.
Yeah, the Madonna of comics.
For real.
Yeah, I can see.
MK is right. It really is, man.
Yeah, it's legendary what he's done. I mean, every character, like, you can't think of Batman today without referencing his work. You can't think of Daredevil. You can't. Well, he created Elektra, but you can't think of some of these characters. The first Wolverine miniseries that Claremont wrote, he did the art. Like, there's that cover, dude. That's amazing.
Right. Everything is classic. Like that. I used to have that poster.
Yeah.
And I wish I had it again. I'm trying to see what was it? Was it what was the Daredevil Elektra one? Was that Elektra Lives? Yeah.
The one with Bill Sienkiewicz?
No, no. The
one that he drew.
The one that Frank Miller did. Elektra Lives Again.
Elektra Assassin.
No.
No, Elektra Lives. Elektra Lives.
Yeah, Elektra Lives Again. That's the one I'm thinking of.
Oh, he didn't. Oh, the other one. Okay.
Yeah, this one. Like, you want to talk about mastery? Holy fuck! This is one of my all-time favorite books. Let's see if I can find. Let me see if I can get this to size large. Big. So, yeah, look at that.
Yeah, he did that stairway bit different ways in different books.
Yeah,
like, there's a Sin City scene that's kind of reminiscent.
Like, I love this style. I love like his mastery of it was the first few Sin City books with all the detail and shit. But like, it's just like the bodies are like leaning back and like twisting, and that is so fucking hard. Like, that is not easy to do and have it work. It is really difficult. Like look at that.
I don't think I have this book.
It is sick, dude. I have it. It's one of my favorite books of his.
How do I not have that?
Dude, it's fully painted. It's Lynn Varley and
God.
Yeah. Like, it's all, and it's a watercolor. It's so good. It's so good. Yeah, like, look at this run. Look at that top with that city top, that skyscraper or whatever, the rooftops. Right?
Yeah.
It's Frank Miller, but it's like completely perfect. I mean, look at that composition, just a diagonal line. From here all the way down here is just a straight up diagonal line. Really simple. Right? Just brilliant shit, man. Let's see. Where's that? Let's see if I can find. Yeah, the fight in the graveyard is fucking crazy. Yeah, look at that shit, dude. Cutting that dude in half. You got to pick this up, Avery.
Yeah. I don't know why I don't have it when I have so much Frank Miller stuff, especially things that have been collected like this,
Yeah, this is what he did right before Sin City. You can kind of tell, right?
Let's see. 8 times 5.
Look at that. Like, look at that guy just jumping in the back. He just like lifts off the ground or whatever. Right? So good.
Oh, wow. Yeah, him and Lynn, they were really, they were married at the time back then, weren't they?
Yep.
Yeah, I believe they've gotten divorced.
Yeah.
They were a good team, man. There's some other books she colored too. She was really good because she did everything by hand, like watercolors and stuff.
Oh, look at this. That's the first panel. He did it on like, is that tracing paper? Something. No, maybe it's just cut.
No, yeah, it's,
Just scraps. But look at that. Just straight up old school ink, like pen nib, some shitty pen nib.
yeah, and it's mostly a dead weight line style too.
Yeah. There's
Which
no
is
variant. Just
which when you have a dead weight line style, the colors can double fuck you.
Yep.
I mean, because if the coloring's bad, your book is terrible. Like you can't. There's no saving it then.
Yep. That's absolute true.
So
But
what is it that you call that? Dead weight line style? What does that mean?
There's no variation in the line weight to help suggest form.
So when you're inking, when you're inking a drawing, different pens behave differently, right? So a tool like this, so this pen is a micron. So if you look at the tip, the tip is almost like a hard plastic. So when I draw with this, it's a straight line. Even if I put weight on it, it doesn't have a lot of variance, right? If I'm really gentle or if I push really hard, like the variance of the ink line is pretty stable. It's very the same. Whereas with some nibs and brushes, especially, like if I load up a brush, like if I have, let me see, if I take one of these, like this, I've got this Japanese brush over here. Like if I take this brush, right, and I load this up with ink, you see how fat that is and how it goes to a tip? Like if I was to go across the thing and kind of like really like go for it, it's kind of solid because I haven't used it in a while. But like I could do a tiny little line here, but if I pushed, I could get a fat line as the ink comes up here, right? So it could go really from thin to really thick. And so when he's talking about a deadline weight style, it's like basically there's no variance, which normally traditionally is kind of seen as like, what do you want to say, like newbie, Avery? Like what would you call? It's not newbie. It's just like
It's typically a no-no because you want to use the line art to also help infer light, shadow, shape, form. So that's the reason you have line weighting, where a line goes from thick to thin to help indicate shadows and form.
Mm-hmm.
But that style doesn't have line weight, and it doesn't have a lot of black spotted either.
Yep.
Like even like Josh Middleton, a lot of times had a very different style, but it was still a dead weight line style in a lot of his drawings.
Yep.
Because the line is uniform all the way around a character. There's no weight.
Before restoration.
The form is done with the color.
Look at that. That's on vellum.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh, I used to do a lot of ink submissions on vellum. Back before you could print stuff off at home, I would have to take I would get photocopies of pages from editors they would send me. I would take them and make a whole bunch of copies of it so I didn't, so I always had another one in case I messed up. Then I would spray mount the photocopy to foam core.
Mm-hmm.
Then spray mount vellum on top of that. Then I'd have to wipe it down with like paint thinner because of the stickiness of it. Then soak up the paint thinner with like baby powder. Then I could ink it.
This is what I really love about this dude. Like, at least back then, he was so on his game. Like, look at what he's not caring about. Like,
yeah.
He literally just did a sketch and threw a piece of vellum on top of it, and the vellum is like not even. It's just cut with scissors. Like, it's just like,
yeah,
chopped up and tossed down, and like he doesn't care about the art. He doesn't care about the page.
Mhm.
He's not caring about the resale value or anything.
No.
This is a piece of tracing paper, basically.
Yeah, really nice tracing paper. That's what
Yeah.
vellum is.
But like it's and all of this is pure balance and composition. There's nothing else there but balance and composition.
And he didn't draw a damn thing you didn't need to know.
Mm-mm.
They're in a graveyard. They're fighting. There's
Right.
nothing else.
Yep.
MK said that sounds so involved. Yes, it was. That's the kind of stuff you had to do inking submissions and practice inking back then.
Yep.
You know, because you didn't have most people didn't have home computers. They're and printers to print stuff out. This was in the This was the late 90s.
Yeah, look at that.
See, he doesn't even draw the character's face.
Yeah.
And it's still great. Him and stained glass windows, man.
I know, right?
David Mazzucchelli too.
Yeah. So good. That down shot of the bed.
Yeah.
Perfect bird's eye view of the bed.
But if this wasn't colored so well and by hand, it would be terrible.
Yeah, it could totally look like shit.
If you had like over-rendered digital coloring, this would look terrible.
Yeah. So good, man.
Yeah.
And that like 1980s like banana hammock or whatever.
Yeah, but the 80s comics were where it's at, man. In my 80s, some 90s stuff too. I don't hate it because I was in it. I loved it.
Does that kind of make sense about the line weight stuff?
It does, yeah.
It's just as every artist has in every book, every artist has a different approach. Yeah, this is one of the pages I was talking about. Like, look at this, how he's running and like a balance. See if it shows. I hate when they do this. I have to find. There we go.
Yeah, because he wanted to show how effortless it was for him.
Yeah,
you can tell this type. It's nothing to Daredevil to do that.
Yeah, like he jumps off. You can see like here the snow. He jumps off and down, right?
Yeah.
And it's like he's falling, but looks totally relaxed, right?
Yeah.
And then he just lands on the wire, and look at that like balance. He's just like a ballerina on the wire. Mm-hmm. Again, is it perfect anatomy? No, not at all. It's terrible anatomy. But like it doesn't matter. The gesture of the drawing is so good that it just you can feel that wire bend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels like he's landing on it and balancing himself out as he like lands on that wire.
Plus, you could chalk it all up to style because he was so consistent.
Yeah. Yeah, and then that run, again with the bird's eye straight down, and just like I love this whole scene of him running through the snow is just wicked,
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. I was trying to find. There's a Ninja Turtles book that one of the first graphic novels or trades that I ever had.
I was going to ask you to click on that Electro Assassin image of that Bill Sienkiewicz.
Oh, which one?
Go up, back up more.
This one?
No, back up there in the middle.
This one?
Yes, I love that so much.
I know.
Bill
Bill
Sienkiewicz
is the fucking shit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Him and Frank Miller are an amazing team.
Yeah, this was one of my favorite images of all time.
Yeah.
Like this piece, I have no idea how much this piece went for, but I bet it went for millions.
Yeah, that was written by Frank Miller with Bill Sienkiewicz doing the art, and it's a phenomenal book too.
Yeah, look how good that art is, man. Holy crap!
And have you ever watched him draw at a con?
No.
He's so fast and just crazy. He'll start making these marks on paper and smearing stuff from around. And you're like, oh, what the hell? Bill Sienkiewicz has lost his shit. Then all of a sudden he grabs the whiteout pen or something and starts cutting back into it. And you're like, oh my God. It's brilliant.
Yeah. It's just such a good shot. It's crazy. It's over the top, but it works. Like,
Yeah, I know. I really think his crazy guns influenced the 90 guns because he was doing those crazy guns like that were just a bunch of nonsense before all the big 90s guys were.
I can't never spell his damn name.
Oh yeah, just put in Electra Assassin. I have some of the issues, but I have also have the trade. Yeah, it's just nuts. He's bonkers.
Oh. Wow, that's such a good shot, man.
I love the one that's the heart with all the cherubs.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this one.
Yeah, dude.
This book was bonanzas, man. This book was crazy.
Uh-huh.
You have this where it's like kind of realistic, or I don't know, it just looks cool as shit.
It's kind of realistic but really vague at the same time.
Yeah, like what the fuck, dude? Wait, where is it? This is such an acid trip book.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Like how sick is that, dude? Come on.
I would love to see these originals.
Oh man. Well, you know what? The art book is out. Don't they have the original art book? The artist edition of it is out.
What?
Yeah, I think there's an Electro Assassin artist edition.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, super rare. They didn't make a lot of them.
Oh, I bet it's expensive as shit.
I'm sure. Let me see if I can find this. I don't think I'm making this up. There's a Google. I'm putting this in another thing. Don't mind me for a minute. Miles said, "What do you mean by crap anatomy? I've seen some weird bodies like that. I miss old Frank Miller. Gonna have to dig some up." Well, it's just like I don't mean I should check myself. Like it's not necessarily that it's. What I mean crap anatomy is that it's not.
It's generic comic book anatomy.
Yeah, it's not Frank Miller. It wasn't photo
realistic,
like really photorealistic
yeah.
or like perfect muscles. It's more on the cartoony, exaggerated side. Like if you saw a human that looked like that, you would pray for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's comic book anatomy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comic book anatomy.
When we say it, we don't mean it as an insult.
Yeah, it's not an insult. It actually takes more skill, in my opinion, to do that than to actually draw. Like John Byrne is like perfect anatomy, like great anatomy, right? He still has some cartoony in there, but it's like very good anatomy. Frank Miller was very exaggerated. Let's see, what was I going to look for? I was going to look for this bill. Does that make sense, Miles? I can't. It's Bill Sienkiewicz. They didn't call it an artist edition. I don't know what they called it. Yeah, here it is.
Okay, you're not sharing it.
Yeah. This is they have a paperback version of it, and I'm going to see if they have. One second. I'm going to see if I can find the
hardback
big one. You know what I mean? Because they did an artisan edition.
Jeez.
Like $30. Okay, here we go. Right?
Uh-huh.
Artifact.
Oh, an artifact edition. So it's just a bunch of his art and stuff together.
But it's New Mutants, Moon Knight, and Electro Assassin.
Some of my absolute favorite stuff he's done.
Look at
that. I need this. How much is that book?
Look at that, dude.
Fuck me, dude. how much is this going to cost me, man?
Wait. Right?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Not done.
Dude, that's nuts.
Right? It's all his covers. Yeah, I know. This is on my wish list. I have no idea how much it costs.
Well, if it's limited, it's probably shot up to at least $500.
Probably. It's one of those that I saw at the convention and it was like a couple $100 and I was like, well, I can't do that right now. But
Oh, if it's $200, I would have done it.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's just credit card debt. Fuck it.
It's just credit card debt. Smoking like a true nerd, sir.
If you know what I just bought something I really shouldn't have. That was a couple of grand. Because I know it's only going to go up in value.
Look at that, dude.
And I put it on my credit card.
All right, let's see what the damage is. Where would I look at this? Like Amazon or something?
Yeah, maybe.
What we got? Miles says that Luke Cage black and white was sick.
Yeah, I know.
No, it's not on Amazon. Let's try eBay.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's gonna be worth. It's gonna be
The last, I want that Tomb of Dracula artist edition. And the last time I saw it, somebody had it. They wanted it over $1,000 for it. And I was just
So here it is. There's only one on eBay.
How much is it?
Well, the good news is that it's under an ETH. Like $1,500. Sealed. The sealed book.
I can't.
No.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to.
It's not worth $1,500, dude. You can find it somewhere else.
I'll find it somewhere for $200 or $300.
Yeah, you're gonna be able to find it somewhere else, man. It'll be at a con. It'll probably be like $500 or $600, but you'll be able to find it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I'm not paying that much. That hurts. That's a little too much.
It is. I know. But dude, Zach, how are you tonight, man?
I'm okay. Had a weird couple of weeks. My long-term gaming group had to break up because the DM has to work on weekends.
Oh.
So I'm taking a break from RPGs, and I'm getting back into a very expensive hobby, one that has brought ruin to many men over the years.
Warhammer 40K.
Well, wargaming more generally, but yeah, 40K, unfortunately. But fortunately, after about I've been playing 40K since the early 2000s.
That's so funny.
So by this point, I've got almost all the Imperial Guard models I need. Yeah, pretty much. And
I don't even play Warhammer, and I knew.
But so basically, I only need to spend another about $400 to finally get my army up to tournament level. Only took me 25 years to do it. But I'm also getting into the most geekiest of geeky obsessions, historical wargaming. So yeah,
Oh man.
I'm trying to make myself. I'm trying to convince my internal tightwad to drop about $150 to buy a starter set of Roman legionaries.
Oh,
But that's not the story.
Cool.
That's not the story I wanted to tell, though. The story I wanted to tell.
Okay.
It's got nothing to do with comics. It's got nothing to do with little toy soldiers or fighting dragons. It has to do with manatees.
Okay.
And so last Saturday, I go out to the Canaveral National Seashore. It's a big federal park, just south of me. It's, as the name suggests, it's right next to the rocket launch site. And but the thing is, the pertinent part is, and it's on a barrier island. And on the left hand side, there's the Atlantic. On the right hand side, there's the Mosquito Lagoon, which is a big estuary. Some of the finest. It's like one of the best fishing grounds on the East Coast. So I go out there. I go out all the way to the furthest beach. Beach number 4 has a name. I'm not gonna remember it. Which, by the way, is notable for me being a nude beach. Fortunately, fortunately I got there before all the old people who don't like wearing clothes showed up. Yeah. That's the thing. When you go to a nude beach here, you're not going to see like young hot supermodels and like in their birthday suits. It's all old men and women, and you really don't want to see that ever. I'm sorry. It's just there's some things there's some things once you see you cannot unsee, and I've seen those things.
Like KG.
And they still haunt my
KG.
Oh, yep. See us. So anyway, I get there. I launched my nice little fishing kayak, which I've spent a lot of money tricking out to have a motor on it, and which, by the way, I actually had to register with the state because apparently like a little electric trolling motor is the same thing as like a. Well, anyway, that's a whole. I'm getting off topic. So I go out there. I go fishing. Skunk day. I don't catch shit. And I think the reason why is about 2 hours in, a manatee shows up, starts circling my boat, and then it pops up and blows water at me through his nostrils, and he starts following me around as I'm puttering around this large tidal lagoon, this like 7 foot long, 400 pound floating sea cow. Just like literally like sliding under my boat, nudging the boat. He was really friendly. I mean, but I kept thinking, why are you're an endangered species, largely due to my species. Why are you being so friendly? What's really going on?
You're not that bright.
Are you trying to ruin my fishing trip? Because I'm fairly certain this is the reason why. Whenever that thing showed up, the fish disappeared.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like shouting out this thing, "Fuck off! You floating bag of fat!" But because I am convinced this thing is responsible for scaring away all the redfish from the tiger show.
All right.
So this goes on for like 2 hours. I motor out, I paddle out, I get away from the thing for a while, then it just shows back up again, and it pops up, and I'm thinking, what? You want me to pet you? But the thing is, yes, they're very friendly, but I'm of the firm opinion that you should not make wild animals acclimated to human contact because bad things tend to happen when that does. Yeah. Like I found that out today with a bunch of seabirds that some asshole's been feeding fish to. So now they think my bait bucket's like a buffet. But anyway, so this bloody manatee is following me around for 2 hours. Every time he shows up, the redfish scatter. I'm not sure why they scatter because the manatees are like herbivores, but then again, fish aren't known for their brains. So, yeah. So my glorious fishing trip that I had been dreaming about for a month was skunked because a goddamn manatee, for some reason, fell in love with my kayak. I don't know. Maybe he thought it was a sex toy or something.
It just has good taste.
Yeah, I don't know. But look, I mean, I had to launch from a nude beach, and then I had a kayak. Then I had a manatee following me around. And no, it's not as interesting as a sketch of Wolverine. But it is an unusual Florida story. I mean, it's better than the other typical Florida stories, which basically means getting in the screaming matches with meth heads who cut you off in traffic and then start chasing you with a machete.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds exciting.
I call it target practice.
Fucking manatees.
Target practice. Yeah, look at that. That's all Sienkiewicz.
All right.
Oh yeah.
All right. So I'm sorry my story doesn't interest you dorks.
No, it's a good story.
All right. So, hey, what if I told you that the manatee was actually a scantily clad siren, shape-shifting siren?
Absolutely.
And now you have my attention.
And that when I looked at her again, she transformed from basically being a giant floating grass mowing machine into something that looked like Angelina Jolie back in the day, but wet. Does that make it more interesting?
It
Nice.
does. Yeah. Let's go.
Okay, fine. There you go. There's your sexual fantasy for the night.
Thank you.
Giggity. Meth Head Manatee, new comic.
There we go.
Actually, funny story. They've actually found that in London, there was people in London are doing so much cocaine apparently that they're finding traces of it in the fish in like the Thames River.
That explains a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. I mean, British people are weird, for one thing.
Oh man.
Whoa.
I thought Lynn Varley colored Wolverine Inner Fury, that Bill Sienkiewicz book,
Yeah.
but it wasn't. It was she was married to Kent Williams for a while. Of
Oh.
Cheryl Van something.
Mm-hmm.
She colored it.
There are a lot of husband and wife teams in comics.
There's some. There are several, or people that were married, like but
Yes.
but Walter Simonson and Louise Simonson are still married.
Weezy Simonson.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
but I believe she also used to be
Yeah,
Louise Jones.
Mm.
I think everybody calls her Wheezy though.
Yeah. Look how good that is. Jeez.
I don't know.
Again, it's not perfect anatomy. It's crazy anatomy. It's bonkers. There's
I love it.
muscles drawn there that don't exist.
I love it so much, dude.
But it's fun. Dude, Eric Larson used to be a really fun artist. He used to draw really cool, interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Now it's vagina dentata and snowballs.
Yeah, his new stuff is a little creepy. I've seen this page. This one I like too.
That's great.
Right?
He's just beating somebody down with his own arm.
That's the way you got to do it.
Yeah.
There's so much Kirby in there with those big bold blacks on that arm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, man. His stuff, I've been going through a little bit of an Eric Larson kick.
Well, his older stuff, man, early Savage Dragon and the Spider-Man stuff where he took over the Spider-Man title after McFarlane left.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good shit in there.
Yeah, his early, most of it I can't deal with, to be honest with you.
Some
But,
of his very early stuff is terrible.
Yeah, but most
But
of
everybody sucks when they break in.
Yeah, but his early Savage Dragon, he really was like going all out on that shit. You know what I mean? He really did kind of put everything he had into it.
Yeah.
And it shows. Like, I wish there was more of it. Like, if I was going to buy something, it'd only be like that. This one cover. Or like that. Not this one, but the this. That's fucking sick.
Yeah. His stuff was fun, man.
I wish there was more of it like that.
Something a design I keep seeing pop up, people redraw, is from that is a Spider-Man, and I've seen this pop up in my Instagram a lot. It is people drawing Spider-Man in that outfit he drew him in with the Revenge of the Sinister Six, and he had that like thing over his eye and the cybernetic arm because his arm was broken.
Yep.
All the bandages and stuff. I keep seeing people draw that, and I'm like, are they going to use that in one of the Spider-Verse movies or something?
They may.
Because I keep seeing that pop up a lot. And that was like in one issue. That was like, by the end of the book, he like took it all off because he had healed.
Bruce Timm.
Bruce Timm's awesome.
All of Bruce Timm stuff sells, man.
Yeah.
All of it. His stuff is so fucking good. I haven't seen anything of his stuff for a long time.
Yeah.
He just knew how to draw, man. I can't click on a lot of these. I'm just clicking around with some Jay Lee's. Oh, look at that. Oh, he recreated.
Oh shit! Jay Lee doing a homage to Jim Lee.
Yeah. That's pretty sick.
That is.
It's epically sick. Oh man,
$2,000. Oh god, ow.
I know.
Worth it.
He's been doing a lot of recreations.
Wait, he did a recreation of the Dale Keown Hulk.
That's pretty cool.
Wow, that's dope.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Namor versus Doom. He recreated his own cover. Yeah, see, it's the same thing. Like, it's so funny, man. Like, my style tends to be so tight, and of course, what I gravitate to is like the real loose, expressive shit, dude. I can't get away from it. But every time I try, I just suck. I'm never happy with it. That's Zach.
Oh wow.
It's Jay Lee, but after Zach.
Yeah. I was watching some motion comics today while I was working on some inking. You know, I had those playing, and one of them, somebody made a motion comic. You know, they got friends to voice act and stuff for Kraven's Last Hunt.
Oh wow!
So I thought that was pretty good. And then somebody did a whole radio play of The Long Halloween.
That's cool.
With the Tim Sale using the art from the comic.
Oh shit! Look at this, Namor.
Oh, is that the actual page?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's old G. Old J.
That's like early days. But that's the shit I like, though, right?
Uh huh.
Yeah, your stuff reminds me of that, but like better. You know? I don't know what it is, man.
Well, I'm gonna try to do some stuff a little leaning it that way on the next Devoid or whatever it works on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Spider-Man book, dude. I got that out of one of those grab bags at Ollie's.
So
the
crazy.
Spider-Man issue.
So crazy. Let's see what they got for Jim Lee. This is Albert Moy, so he's gonna have a ton of Jim Lee. God, dude, 30 grand, 40 grand. Clayface. Oh, I bet that's sick. Oh, look at that. Look at Scott Williams doing the cross hatching and shit. That's a great Clayface, man. Gee whiz.
Yeah.
That dude just doesn't fucking sleep. Jim Lee is just fucking crazy good. It just never, like, he's never bad.
No, he had a period there where he fell off a little bit.
Well, that was like the Wildstorm days when he was doing like a million things and trying to run a company. Now he's not. He's pretending to run a company.
Yeah.
MK says, kind of excited for the day I can scan a comic in, tell it to use the voices for something like Batman animated series and tell him to create a cartoon for me. Hey, dude, it ain't far off, man. It's really not.
Yeah, it's going to be possible soon, actually, I think.
It really is. Look at the jeez.
Like, I don't know why motion comics aren't more popular. I must be like the only person that likes them because I genuinely do.
Yeah, I have a love-hate with it. I think if it's done good, it can be great. When it's bad, it can be really bad, you know?
Sure.
Oh, look at this. Batman Spawn. Wow, he drew the Spawn suit like the movie.
Oh wow, all the details and
Yeah, like the
so it's sort of
ridges.
like it's skinned muscle.
Yeah. What the hell is with Jim Lee and Williams doing all this cross hatching shit? You gotta be out of your
Because
mind.
Jim Lee started doing that in the stuff he was inking himself,
God.
and it looks so good.
It does, but I mean, how much time that fucking takes.
For fucking ever.
Good Lord. I mean, I know he's a genius. Like,
Because if you look at some of his sketches from his
wow.
YouTube channel and stuff, and some of his commissions and
Mhm.
things he does, they're insane with the cross hatching. Like, if you can find this one that's like a scarecrow, just a close up of Scarecrow's face,
Uh-huh.
dude, it's absolute madness.
Let's see, Nightwing. Because that's a new thing. Like this whole like cross hatching thing is.
He's been
new.
doing it for a couple years.
Yeah, but as himself, not as like not with
Scott Williams.
Scott Williams, like kind of making Scott Williams do it or whatever. Like, holy shit! What?
Yeah, cross hatching and splatter.
Oh, God! What a master!
That took forever.
Miles says, "I've never seen a good one, but I have checked many motion comics."
I liked Watchmen.
The Watchmen motion comic.
Yeah, I liked it. I was fine with it. I don't need awesome animation, just have the comic art there. Maybe it moves a little bit and decent voice acting. And I'm good. Doesn't even have to be great.
This is a fucking crazy page. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
God, dude.
That took for friggin' ever, dude.
Yeah, this can't, is it a day? Is he doing this in a day? He can't be, right?
I don't know. Scott Williams is so fast and he might be able to.
I mean, I think that they're doing those are the covers. Let me just pop in this is 20th Hush interior. A little bit, but not as much.
Yeah.
But then the covers are like just going nuts.
Psychotic.
Wow. MK says he's going to check out the Craven one, the Craven motion comic.
Yeah, it's not great. Like the voice acting is not great. It's just if you want to listen to the story while you're doing something of a story you like, it's the Craven one was done independently. Like they're just fans that made it. It's not like produced.
Wow, look at that. That's great. Yeah, man, Jim Lee got into that point. He's gotten to that point. I have to give him credit though. He's never fallen off. Like, I guess he fell off earlier when he was doing his company, but like, I mean, he's an older dude now. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't have to be drawn like this, Him and Silvestri.
Oh yeah. Silvestri's gone bonkers with the hatching too.
That's sick.
What's great about this current Jim Lee stuff is he's using everything. It's lots of it's fine cross hatching for shading,
Yeah,
along with splatter effects.
Well, this is Jim Lee.
Yeah,
one. Jim Lee inked this one.
Yeah, he's just using everything.
Yeah. Crazy illustrations, man. He's a phenom. He's an absolute phenom. He's just brilliant. That stuff is so hard to do. What he pulls off, he makes it look effortless. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, MK said a series called We're Alive is he liked had really good voice acting.
Mm.
The people that did their own radio style play of Batman, the Long Halloween, like they did a pretty good job. They really tried, and they used the Tim Sale art because that's what for the Long Halloween animated movie. What was so disappointing in that for me is it's not so much the changes they made, it's the fact that it doesn't look like Tim Sale's art.
Mm.
That was the big letdown. For Gotham by Gaslight, it's a lot of things. Everybody's like, Gotham by Gaslight's great. I'm like, no, it's not a good adaptation at all.
You don't like Gotham by wait. Oh, you mean the
The animated.
Got it, not the actual.
No, the actual comic I love.
Yeah.
The animated Gotham by Gaslight that everybody is like, oh, it's great, it's great. It's like, no, it's not.
So much good shit, man.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, KG didn't like the Gotham by Gaslight cartoon either. I didn't either, but I love the comic.
See, I didn't see it. I didn't.
Do you have HBO?
I don't think so.
Oh, if you had,
Well, I think we're supposed to. We just never hooked it up.
Yeah.
I don't get It's amazing. Like I don't actually get to watch a lot of television.
Yeah. If you have the HBO Max app subscription,
Mm-hmm.
like you would have Netflix or something. They have just tons of the DC animated stuff going all the way back to like Super Friends.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's on this Plex? Yeah, okay.
Plex. Cough.
I have Plex too. I watch Plex. I have the 3 free ones I watch the most are Tubi, Plex, and Pluto.
I haven't watched Plex. I mean, I watched Pluto. Pluto's awesome. What's Plex? I don't even know.
It's just like Tubi and Pluto. It's
on Roku.
Yeah, it's on Roku, or you could just download it to your tablet or your phone. Because I usually have like a movie or something playing on my phone or tablet. Whatever I'm doing, anything inking or something, or.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at it now. There's a couple of interesting. Moesha. I'm literally like.
They have
Moesha. I see you, MK. I see you.
Yeah, you'll see a bunch of overlap with all the other free ones of content, but they all also, like, if there's a free app out there, I'll download it. Like, my tablet has those shitty pirate apps you can find on, that let you watch damn near anything. Because if something gunks up the tablet, I don't care. I'll just reset it to factory. There's nothing logged in of any significance on my tablet.
J-Bone.
Oh,
so
wow.
Dusty, this is kind of what I was talking about with like a fatter brush. You see how the line weights on the brush are like thick to thin, like really expressive, right? Like it adds weight. Like the bottom of that cap is thicker than the top part because it gives it weight and like heft. That's just kind of what the difference was between like a deadline and a kind of like a.
Yeah, it helps indicate form in the shadows and.
Yeah.
Oh, reminds him of the cartoon
people.
The cartoonists. Yeah, the caricature artists. Yeah.
Yeah, J-Bone is kind of in that camp. Animation, but really good stuff. Like that's great. So many styles. I love looking at all this shit.
Well, you can learn something from people that isn't even a style remotely close to you. You can still learn something from it.
Oh yeah, 100%. You know.
Whether it's how they light something, a technique, their particular style of layouts.
Oh, 100%. That's a great one. That's cool. That's great composition.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, that Hulk was really good, Miles.
$6,000, you can forget it, but it's really great. Clean. It's a clean art piece. Oh shit! Look at this. That's cool.
Yeah, that's really good.
And that's the painting. That's really cool.
Yeah, that really reminds me of oh shit. Did New Frontier?
Yep.
He's dead now.
Darwin Cook.
Yes, Darwin Cook. Oh jeez, why couldn't I think of Cook's name? Jeez.
MK says, "Had just learned a lot by listening to you guys critique so many Googleable terms." Sure.
Googleable. Google.
Look at that blue. Look at that.
Yeah, I know that lighting. Yeah,
God,
it's really good.
yeah, I'm terrible at that. I think I'm terrible at it.
Me too.
Yeah, that's really great though. I love this piece. That's excellent. Wow, classic Spider-Man stuff too. Michael Cho is really good with those markers, man.
Yeah.
Masterworks. Look at that. Wow. See, I kind of dig this, like the classic. This is like a classic style, like a John Romita Sr. style, but more animated.
Yeah.
I could dig this. Like he even drew the Webs classic, right?
Yeah.
It's Marvel Masterworks, so that's why. But
yeah,
that's kind of how he draws.
You wouldn't draw that kind of Spider-Man in that kind of style, and then draw the spaghetti webbing.
Right. Right. That's cool.
Yeah, that is pretty good.
That's great too. Great brushwork.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see what else we got here. Oh, I like thicker black. So there's like a Aquaman, which might be cool. Let's see.
It's all right. It's hard to do anything with Aquaman.
I know. He's also it's like he's trying to do a classic style. You see how he made the butt? Like, that's a 1950s style. Like, he's actually,
yeah.
See how the anatomy is incorrect? But that's purposeful. That is, he's mimicking the 1950s, 1940s covers.
Yeah.
Where the anatomy was crazy. Because he did the same thing with his Captain America up here. Like this arm right there, that is 100% Kirby. Like the triangle where the tricep is.
Yeah.
You know, he's not drawing the muscle; he's just drawing a straight up like triangle for the arm. Like that is 100% Kirby.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like crafting. He's dropping his style to match what it is that he's trying to model, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Hey, what's up, Hype? Welcome.
Huh?
I said, welcome, Hype.
Hey, Hype, what's up? Welcome. Yeah, I dig that too. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that's just straight loving some Kirby.
Yeah, he's giving tributes. Let's see if we can find because he did a whole run. Did he do? Didn't Michael? Was it Michael Cho that did Paper Girls?
I don't know.
Oh shit! Hold on. Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, with Snake Plissken.
That's cool.
That's great.
Oh, look at that! I love what he left out.
Yeah, like the deleted line style. Yeah.
Yeah, he just did straight up shadows. Sometimes I love it, and sometimes I hate it, but that works.
It's really good. Like you got to plan it out well
Well,
and really see it in your head, or if you try to do that and you don't know what you're doing, it's
it's
not
not
gonna.
gonna work. Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't work.
Yeah, he did it again there. Oh man, that's perfect.
Yeah. Look how he faked this foreground. Like I guess that's a car.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of Toth and like
Yeah.
it's like a mix of Kirby, Toth, and like Johnny Quest, which is Toth, some other people, but still,
Yeah.
That's dope.
Doug Wildy.
Hyper Brooklyn-esque, yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that. 100%. We should do some Mid-Journey, like Escape from New York meets Jim Lee or something.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
That's a cool one. Same thing. He deleted the line and it's just the shadow.
Oh, is that the Losers?
This is Suicide Squad.
Oh, Suicide Squad. Okay. Oh, the original Suicide Squad.
Yeah, that's really cool. Man. Yeah, Frank Cho did a lot of good stuff. Oh yeah, look at this Old Man Logan. That's pretty sick. What Suicide Squad is that? That was the omnibus cover in the original Suicide Squad, I believe. Like the first Suicide Squad. So the Suicide Squad's been around since like the Gives Up Nerd card. No, you don't get off that easy, sir.
Some people aren't familiar with some of the 1940s versions of some of these things.
Yeah.
Which you can sort of understand.
Oh, I'm not
familiar with it either. Like to me, that looked like what I thought the original, the Losers. The original Losers.
Yep.
That kind of looked like that to me for a second. That's like, what is that, Losers? I had it wrong.
There you go, Avery.
Sam Keith. That's bonkers.
Yeah, he's another one that's just like, I'm just gonna ink this, and you're like, what?
I'm just gonna shade and render everything.
Look at that.
I'm gonna sit here with a quill pen and a brush and render it all.
Look how gnarly that is. That is crazy brushwork. That is insane brushwork right there. That is some master shit. And he was probably like 17. Wow.
No, isn't that pencil?
No, dude, that's brush. That's brush.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's like, this is 83, so he was like super tight. He hadn't loosened up at all.
Yeah. He hasn't done enough drugs.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because that dude does a lot of drugs. He has to.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, this stuff is not It's
No,
Ivan
no,
E.
no sane person draws like that.
Nemesis 2 page cover. This is 1983, 89. Look at that.
Sam Keith is a crazy person.
Yeah, he was doing some crazy shit, dude.
The hatch work that some people can do,
Right?
even with a brush.
Just naturally. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're just like,
Oh, look at that. Look at those guys.
I've been using brush pens for so long. It's like I haven't used a brush for a lot of my inking in so long. I need to.
Yeah. Get back in the habit of it or something.
Yeah, like go back to the quill and the brush.
That's a great cover.
It's like I know I can do it because I've done it before, but how long is it going to take me to get the hang of it again?
Oh, no way, dude. Look at this. I had no idea that he did this. Adolescent Radioactive Black Belt Hamsters cover.
I didn't either.
Oh, I would
Wow.
love to own that.
Oh, sure.
You guys remember Adolescent Radioactive Black Belt Hamsters?
I do. I never bought it, but I remember it.
So when Ninja Turtles came out, there was like a slew of plays on the name, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So Adolescent Radioactive Black Belt Hamsters was like one of the, I guess, bigger ones. I don't know.
Yeah, it's the whole reason Ethan came up with Cyber Frog. It was
Yep. Here it is, cover number 1. Look at that. There you go.
That's insane.
That's wicked, dude. Adolescent Radioactive Black Belt Hamsters. Coming to a theater near you. That's one. I don't know why that didn't take off because that's such a cool. Just the name is dope.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if Keith had done the interior, it might add.
Yeah, probably. Look at that. That's stippling, dude. Okay, so you see this effect right here?
Yeah.
You see that, John? You see that effect? I can't make it bigger, but you see how it's kind of like it looks like sandpaper or whatever?
Yeah.
The way you do that is by taking your pen and just doing this. That's just like hundreds and thousands of little dots. Clustered together, it gets it more towards black, and farther apart, it gives it a fade. So he's just like sitting there stippling. It's just a shit ton of little dots. And then in the background, he just like did splatter to make it look like the dots, right?
Oh, MK wants to know, what would it take to get Hero done? Because the more I look at this, the more I want to see the series. Andrew is changing, updating something in the art, and he needs to get it relettered or reletter it himself. That's the big obstacle. All the art as far because is done, except for what he wants to change, which I don't think he should change, because I colored all of it, like 160 something pages, colored, ready to go. And I understand wanting to reletter it, but I don't know. We need to find a way to get him the money to letter it. That way he can just hire somebody, give him the old pages with the old script, and the old pages would be like, hey, reletter this. This is what it's supposed to say. Reletter it, make it look better.
Yeah, I think he's working on it. He'll get it done. He will get it done.
Yeah.
But I think some of it too is just like, he wants to like. I think he feels a little like since his eyes went a little weird. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
Like I think he's a little self-conscious about it.
Yes.
But like then when he draws, like to him, it's a little harder. Like I guess he has to strain more and stuff.
Yeah.
But then when he's drawing, he's actually drawing better. So I'm like, well, what do I have to do to make your eyes worse, asshole? Like,
Oh, actually, what he needs to do, what he needs to do to make his eyes better, which would be lose some fucking weight, because his eyes are fucked up because of his diabetes.
yeah, that's all right.
Hate to talk shit about him, but I don't want my friend to die.
Yeah, he's
And
all right.
yeah, we somehow all encourage him with peeps.
I know.
I actually don't. Actually,
No.
me and Ty don't actually don't. We yell
don't.
at
It's Russian roulette. It's like Nerd Den Russian roulette.
Yeah, yeah. I don't actually want him to eat peeps and do that shit
Yeah.
because it's literally killing him.
MK says, yeah, but before I turn 90.
Yeah. Oh, okay. The second volume of Hero is also drawn, and about 20-something pages of it are colored. So he has 2 complete graphic novels drawn.
Yeah, he'll get it done. I think if we kind of like politely encourage him.
Yeah.
Like if we say it, here's the thing, MK, if we say it, it's like, oh, whatever, you know. But if you say it, if people say it, then he starts to feel like he has to get his shit done. Because his books are great, man.
Dude, let me find. You know what? Let me see if I can find some of the color pages.
Oh, yeah, you gonna share some?
Yeah, let me
Cool.
see if I can find some.
Yeah.
Give me keep browsing and showing stuff, and I'll. Damn, I gotta wait for this file to save and close.
Who's this? I don't know Esau. I don't know Esau. Oh, yeah, he did Last Ronin. This book was sick. This thing was like an instant classic.
Did I remove those off my computer?
Wow, look at that. That's a great pose. That's wicked. The Last Ronin is supposedly the last Ninja Turtle story. Not ever, but like kind of like
Yeah,
fast
yeah. All
forward.
the others are dead, and yeah, they're the last one.
Yeah. Last Ronin, MK says Last Ronin was good. Yeah, it really was.
Where are these pages?
Wow. Yeah, that's great. It would also help if Avery knew where the pages were. I'm just kidding. It's a
Yeah,
joke.
I know.
Wow, dude, this is great inks. Ghost Brothers. Oh man.
Well, see, every time I scan something, my computer creates a new folder and puts it in there. So folders stack up where I keep a lot of old artwork.
Hmm. Do you remember there was a classic Ninja Turtles book. It was the first one that I bought, and I can't remember. It was like volume 2. Oh god, I gotta look it up. Volume 2, volume 3. Let's go to eBay. and it was like Leonardo was getting his ass kicked the whole time. Two. There's a classic book where he was like, it was like in the snow. Ultimate, maybe it was Ultimate Collection. So volume 3, maybe. I had it early, but it was like it's one of the best Ninja Turtle stories ever. Yeah, is this it? This might be it. It's a different cover, so it's hard for me to tell. Because I had the original. I think that's it. Volume 5.
Okay, for some reason I'm finding book 2 colors.
Pull it up.
Yeah, I'm pulling them up. These are some of the, okay.
I can find this.
Okay. I've got more than 20 something pages done so far for book 2. Looks like I've got 60 something.
Miles said he needs to finish it. It is good. Yeah, it was surprising. Like everyone was like, "Oh, a Ninja Turtle book by Kevin Kevin Eastman." I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And then it turned out to be like a ripping good book. Here, I'll wait till you pull that up because I want to see if I can find this.
Okay.
There we go.
These are some book 2 pages that I have colored that I was able to find.
Oh, nice. No Mountain Chase, MK says. Yeah, it was the one where it took place, it was like Christmas, and it was like, I think it was Leonardo, and they basically, it's like the first entire book or two is him trying to escape with his life from the foot. And I can't remember what the story was. But it was like, it's one of my all-time favorites, and I was gonna look it up and I can't remember. No, not the one where they save April. Trying to think of like if I can find it. I'm gonna try to see if I can find it. Those are great pages, man.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it, but it's like a really like fun style. I don't know if the word is like whimsical or what, but like really light and fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these are really neat pages.
They did hundreds of them, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you ended it?
Yeah.
Oh man. I almost feel like maybe cartoonist kayfabe did a thing on it, you know?
Yo, bye, Miles. Have a good weekend.
Where
Oh, later, man. Thanks, Miles. We definitely will enjoy the weekends.
where did I put book one colors?
Sorry. Damn, they've done a shit ton of TMNT books, like reviews. I had no idea. I'm gonna find this thing. So now I'm on a mission because I can't find it and I can't remember it and I'm dying. It was one of my all-time favorite. That and the Michael Zulli books.
Ooh, yeah.
You remember those?
Oh god, yeah, dude, they're freaking dope. Okay, here's the cover for book one. For the color version.
Let's see.
This is my colors for it.
Oh yeah, that's wicked. That's really cool, man.
Yeah, he did a new cover for it, and I colored it for the wraparound cover. Here we go. Oh. Well, he has all the color files, even if I can't find them, because I gave them to him. I mean, I'm sure I still have them somewhere. I just can't find the folder they're in.
Yeah, that's okay. It was it's a really good MK says I have the panel with a huge serpent, but with Hero's dad. Yeah, that's a great page, man.
Yeah.
He's yeah, we gotta get Andrew. I mean, he's working on it. I know he is, but we got to get him on a deadline or some shit. Well, I'm never gonna find this book. It's like it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is literally a needle in a haystack. It's amazing how many comics
Yeah.
they put out.
And he very, very specifically wants to do it in print.
You're talking about Andrew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to do a book that size, woo, you're talking, that's expensive.
He says, didn't want to cause a stir, but I wasn't sure if it was money or time. Sounds like time. Yeah, it's pretty much time, honestly.
Yeah.
But, you know, we'll get him there. He is real. Andrew is very prolific.
Oh yeah, he's
very when he starts, he's very prolific.
Yeah.
Like ridiculously prolific. I actually have a shelf over here that's nothing but Andrew's stuff.
Is it too taboo to ask what it costs for a run like that? The printing of a book like his to do a real nice, even just paperback, to do it real nice, uh, you could squeak by doing a super small run at around $5,000, not making that much. But
You're
to
talking
really
about
do a
for the graphic
graphic
novel of
novel,
it?
yeah, yeah. If you had $10,000 to spend on printing, you're good. You could squeak by some other ways.
You could probably do it for less
Yeah,
if you did print on demand.
yeah.
If you did print, if you found there are really good print on demand printers. You could probably do it for like um, for an actual book if he wanted to do it the size that he wants to do it, like a
8.5 by 11.
8.5 by 11. Um,
The total book is about, I think, about 176 pages or something like that. 174 total.
no, you could probably get it. You could probably get something like that for a couple grand. Like it's not actually that expensive. Um, it's funny to think that in 2021 NFT drop would have been a small portion of that. I know, dude. We're trying to get him. We're trying to get him like he likes NFTs, but I don't think he's such a traditionalist, and he's so Andrew is very hard to convince of anything until he comes up with the idea himself.
Yeah, Todd and I will suggest something to him. Then 6 months, he'll be like, no. Then 6 months later or a year later, he'll be like, hey, I had the idea. Do this. Like, dude, that's what we told you.
Yeah, he's the dude. Andrew's the guy who and this is he knows this. I'm not talking shit. He knows it 100%. I've told him.
Oh yeah.
He recognizes it. But like Andrew's the guy where like we used to go on trips with Andrew, and like about halfway through the trip, literally about halfway through the trip, he'd be like, "Oh shit, I forgot. I didn't bring the map." You're like, "What do you mean you didn't bring the map? We've been driving for like 8 hours. Like, what do you mean you didn't bring the map?" He's like, "Oh, it doesn't matter. I'll know where I'm going." I'm like, "No, you don't. You just said you didn't bring the map. Like, how the hell do you know where you're going?" He's like, "I'll just figure it out." Like, what do you mean you're gonna figure out? It's like midnight. There's nothing around. It's pitch black, and like he's like, "I'll just figure it out." And I'm the guy, the passenger seat, saying like, "Let's pull over to a gas station and go ask them. Like, let's just go ask someone here. Hey, we're looking for whatever. Like, how do we get to whatever interstate we're looking for?"
Not to
And
mention back then they sold maps in every gas station.
right, exactly. Like we could just go buy a map. And he's the kid that would be like, "No, I got this." Right? And so for like hours, dude, hours, you're just passing by like, "Why don't we just pull over?" And he's like, I actually did a drawing. I did a comic, a mini, like a sketch comic. You'll see it one day. It'll come out. I have no doubt. But it's like the 6 signs that Andrew's too tired to drive or something. And like all the things that he used to do, and like it would get worse and worse and worse. And you could tell like how tired he was by like where he was. Like there's this part, the neck rub when he's driving, the neck rub, trying to wake him up,
Yeah.
And then he would do the biting of the lip. Gotta give yourself some pain to make sure you stay awake, right? Because you don't want to, God forbid, you want to pull into the local gas station and ask for directions. So yeah, it was brutal, man. But anyway, point being is that like if you tell them like, "Yo, let's crowdfund the book, let's do it," like he won't do it until he's ready to do it, and then they'll be like ready to do it.
Yeah. Plus, Hero didn't make it twice because the audience wasn't quite big enough.
Yeah.
And that's when we really thought we needed like $10,000.
Yep.
Because some of the options weren't around.
Yeah, I think it'd be way different now. He'll do it when he's ready. We'll get him. I think MK, I think we can convince him. I think we can he is working on stuff. I don't want to make it sound like he's not doing stuff. He is doing stuff. It's just
I'm at Mixum now, so I'm just going to use Mixum as a guide.
Yep.
So let me
share your screen. It'd be interesting.
Let me pick all the options first.
No, just go through. Just go through the options live. It's kind of fun.
Okay. Okay. This is what I set it at 1,000 copies. color, 8.5
Yeah, couple
by
glasses.
11, portrait, paper style. Let's go with gloss.
No,
80
you don't. Well,
Huh?
okay. All right, gloss. Yeah, fine.
For color, for digital color, gloss looks best.
All right.
Okay, let's pick satin. You don't want uncoated.
Right.
Perfect bound, page count. Let's do it at 176 just to be sure. Cover paper, gloss. We want it heavy, so 110 pound. Cover colors, yep. Choose cover finish. Gloss lamination, just for. Add cover foiling, no. Just this basic right here, man.
Mm-hmm.
For 1,000 copies, 8,600.
Yeah, so I guess you're right. I guess I was wrong. Oh, I was thinking more like comics, I guess.
Yeah, it's because it's so big, dude. It's such a big, thick book. It's because it's the main color story, and there's another black and white story in there. The total, it's 176 pages, or something like 174, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fat book, dude. So that's almost after shipping. It's probably somewhere around $9 a book, maybe 10. Well, then you need to sell a book that size for 30, 40. Which I don't think 40 is unreasonable for a book that size. It's Andrew. He'll undercut himself and sell it as cheap as possible. But still, getting this kind of price on a print run as low as 1,000. Whew. Now look at how much it goes up if he only wants to do 100.
Right.
It's like 1,000. It's like the price per book really goes up. So yeah, it could take 10 grand to print this. But if 1,000 is actually quite a lot, it's not really either. Let's put it at 500. Okay.
Issue 50.
Dude, I mean, it's only another 2 grand to double that to 1,000.
Oh, I think I found the story. Hold on. Thank you, ChatGPT.
I mean, for another 2 grand, you get 1,000 books instead of 500.
Mm-hmm.
So I would do I would shoot for a print run of 1,000 with something like this. That way he'd have enough to fill a campaign and have some to replace damaged ones from shipping, because that's gonna happen.
Yep.
And then have some for leftover for the next campaign for book 2. Or to have with him to take the cons and offer a second printing with book 2 for new people. That's what I would do, but that doesn't mean I'm correct.
To me, this sounds like an NFT,
It totally sounds like an NFT.
especially during a better market time. Wrap it into an offer with an NFT and the physical.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Best of both worlds.
offer the NFT with the physical, $50, 50, $60. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a bad deal. You get the NFT, you get the digital copy PDF, and you get the physical. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic deal.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
I think it would be awesome. This is kind of how I would like to do a sketchbook. Offer a sketchbook as an NFT of some of my short stories I've done myself. Along with some of my drawings and paintings in a nice fat art book and you get the physical, you get the
Check
even
this
if
out.
they're smaller, like you know how we have like the biz art books and sketchbooks that would come out the size of a comic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do those. I would
MK,
love to do that.
MK says, and he pretty much front run the when deliver. Yeah, we're actually, so one of the things we're actually doing is we're kind of looking at that kind of just between us. Like we're discussing, so not 100%, but we're discussing doing something like that for the for the novel launch, right? Like sell the NFT, but also I really want to do physicals if we can. That'd be freaking great. Check this out.
And if you went to someone like, Print Ninja, you could get an even better deal.
MK says between us and YouTube. Well, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's awesome. Andrew will watch this later and be like, you idiots.
I'm sure.
That's fine. Andrew's going to do exactly what he wants to do, and that's fine.
Check that out, dude.
Oh, Walter Simonson. Yeah, I remember that. I've seen that. That's crazy.
Is that Avery?
What's that, Zach?
Nothing. I'm just talking to myself.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm working on something while you guys are blathering.
Okay.
Fair enough. Check that out, Avery.
Wow.
I have this poster.
Oh, wow, cool.
I have it right here. I found this in Florida. We were down there on a trip. And I walked in this old comic shop, he had this on the wall. And I was like, I need that. Look at this, dude.
Shame it's folded up, man.
Right? Hold on, here, let me check this out.
I used to have the old Art Adams Wolverine poster.
Oh, I know. So good, dude. I actually want to see if we can get some of these old posters because they're so good. You know? Like, do you remember the Mike Mignola, like the Mike Mignola posters and all that kind of stuff? So good.
Have you ever checked out Artist Express for printing?
No.
They do foil.
Oh shit. Okay. Cool.
And I was looking at making some foil prints and stuff. They do foil comic covers, but they don't do like graphic novels. They just do staple. They don't do big fat graphic novels. But they do foil in gold, silver, or pearl. I'm just like, you know what makes some dope ass prints on foil? Do it with an NFT. I'm just saying. Somebody's got some cool ass artwork.
God, look how good this is. Hold on. This is why Ninja Turtles was the shit. First of all, they drew like 100 fucking issues. But like, look at this shit. Look how dope that looks.
Oh, yeah. Let's party.
Snick it. It's so good, man. Really hard to beat this stuff.
Oh, did you look up the Michael Zulli turtles?
Well, I saw Cartoonist Kayfabe has those, so I can look those up later, like the actual issue numbers.
I have them. I bought it.
Yeah. I used to have it.
I'm sure mine are in terrible condition because I looked at them over and over and over. In my early days of collecting, some of my comics did not stay mint because I just poured over them.
Yeah. Those Zulu books were seriously sick. God, man. 60.
The Mirage series of Ninja Turtles was insane.
Yeah.
It was like, it started out as like this goofy parody, but it evolved into something else.
Yep.
And it was like the cartoon, the cartoon and the Archie Ninja Turtles, which was based on the cartoon, were this silly, campy thing.
Yeah.
But the Mirage series got quite serious.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm looking at. Like there was back around this time, there was a whole thing where like they're celebrating Christmas,
Uh-huh.
and it's like light. You know what I mean? They're almost doing like a Sunday, like a Christmas special, right? Where it's like Splinter and April O'Neil, and
Yeah.
they're the three Ninja Turtles are making dinner and they're having fun. Meanwhile, I thought it was Leonardo, but I can't remember which turtle is getting the shit beat out of him. Like he's trying to escape from the foot, and the foot is like everywhere, and they basically beat him to damn near to death, and they end up chucking him through the window. That like the end of like the first issue or two is like him getting chucked through a window, or he falls through the window, and it like totally turns this like happy, like Rockwellian Christmas thing into like a bloodbath, right? And then the whole rest of the book is just a fight book where they're just like trying to survive.
Yeah, like because there was two series. Like I was still new to comics, and like it took me a while to figure out. Oh, there's two Ninja Turtle series, and one is almost mature reader.
Yeah,
and the other one is for little kids.
Yeah, the original one was actually pretty mature. You know, like this is like they were talking about like, I mean, they went through all of it. It was really good, man. The older I get, the more I like these books. Like again, going back to just to circle back, maybe a topic for the night, but like, you know, is it good anatomy? No, it's like kind of chunky and it's like kind of weird and it's not. It's actually amateur, really. But the storytelling is so good, and like there's so much heart in it that it really really works. And I would say it becomes up there with like a Frank Miller type. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Crow, same thing.
Yeah.
Like you can watch James O'Bard get better through that one series of that first Crow series. You know, because I didn't get the Crow till trade paperback, and by the time you're done with that trade paperback, he improved radically.
Yep. This is like where they were doing all these different artists. Jim Lawson was doing this stuff.
Oh yeah, Jim Lawson's good.
Yeah, Jim Lawson was really good.
He's real good now, dude.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, he's been drawing his freaking whole life. So,
if I'm thinking of the right person,
just had so much cool shit going on. Anyway, we could talk about this shit all night. MK says my buddy used to hang out with James. I have a few of his signed works here. Spent a lot of times at the con in Detroit. Oh, that's awesome.
No, I'm thinking of Dan Lawson.
It's just such good stuff, man. I like. This is something else. If you like the old Ninja Turtles, one of the guys that I like is Copra. I fell in love with this shit. Michael Fife. I've met him. I've talked to him. He's a really cool dude. So this is from. He ended up going to Image because this company ended up going under. But like, he still does it. He drew a monthly book by himself. And this one stopped at issue 42, but it actually still goes. He's still doing it. It's actually up to issue like 60 or something like that. But he writes it, he draws it, he colors it, he letters it, he does the pre-press. It's just him. It's all him. And it's like rough but great. You know what I mean? Like, again, not worrying about anatomy or anything. He's just telling the story. And some of the character design is fucking brilliant, man. It's really good stuff to me. You know what I mean? I've got all of his volumes. I've got 6 6 volumes over here.
Yeah, it's a little too rough for me, but
it is, but like yes and no. Like it's rough, but like when you're reading it, some of the design is so fucking good. Like he'll tap into some shit, dude. Like that cover right there is fucking sick.
yeah, it's not bad.
And it's basically Suicide Squad. Over 2019. Let's see. Again, you know, he's drawn like a full page. Like look, that's kind of getting a little Frank Miller, you know what I mean? That's pretty cool, right? Yeah, it's good stuff. I highly recommend it. Anyway, MK says he got me my signed Bob Kane Batman. Oh shit, Bob Kane. One of my prized possessions. Awesome. Yeah, he's focusing on the story. Yeah, he really is. Like this guy just like straight up like he actually can draw really well, but you can't. It is not possible to draw like Jim Lee and do a page a day, full pre-press when it's just yourself. You know what I mean? Like Jim Lee gets to do a page a day because Scott Williams inks him. Anyway, look at that. That's fucking dope, dude. I love that. Just weird, like weird graphic shapes and stuff for the page. So cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yep. Anyway, it's after midnight. I gotta go to bed. Thank you guys so much. This has been awesome. And MK Rockstar, man, fucking coming to like Nerd Den and the Peep Show. That's like some hardcore shit, man.
Thank you, sir.
That's intense. And definitely appreciate Miles and Hype and KG, who's also was hardcore and coming out to both. Like, appreciate you guys so much, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're gonna. MK says he missed a few from competitions, but yeah, man, we will. We're gonna take a weekend. You know, I'm probably gonna be working this weekend as always, but whatever. But we're gonna chill out a little bit and have fun. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Yeah, we'll have Andrew back, and we can berate him and beat him up, and make him finish Hero, because we want him to get the book out. We really do.
Yeah, MK says he's making up for it, enjoying these chill sessions. Yeah, for sure. It's nice. And we got to get Dusty to go to bed because this dude doesn't sleep enough. So
yeah, I sleep like 5 hours a night right now.
That's not
I need
good,
more
man.
sleep. I know.
You need more sleep. You that is an order, sir. You need to go to sleep.
You know, I looked at my Trello board and I did 26 tasks today. So
that's not good. So
yeah,
okay, so
context. Need to slow down a little bit.
Context, like we have a system. I teach a productivity system, and the good news is that when you put the productivity system to work, you're going to be more productive, guaranteed. Yeah. Like you'll be the most productive you've ever been. Would you say that's correct, Dusty?
Absolutely. And even if you use it like in your personal life to organize your personal life and in your goals in your personal life too. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
It's excellent. But it's so strong that, and I just found this for myself, and I just started kind of telling other people I was doing it with the same thing. I was like, I would find that if I hit a certain number of tasks per day and really per week, you know, because it's always hindsight. Like I've been doing it for years, and so just hindsight at the end of the week, like whenever I would get sick, I started looking at my Trello board and I would notice that there was a number of tasks either per day or per week that I would hit. And it's not 100%, but like if I hit a certain number, for me, it's like, it's if I hit over like 60, 70 tasks a week, which is a metric shit ton. That's like launch mode, right? Um, if I do that, I force myself to not do as much the following week because you can't do it. Your body will break down. Like, you know what I mean? So you got to be careful with it. Like, a good pace is like a win is 21. Like a win is 21. So if you're doing like 30, 40, 50, 60, like you need to pull back.
Yeah.
So that's an order.
We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. Anyway, all right, guys, I love you. Take care. Have a great weekend. Take some time off. Touch some grass or whatever the kids say these days. And we'll see you here next week. And peace out. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye.
Guys.